Developing story ideas comes from everywhere. You just have to be inspired in the correct way. Many creative people always look towards their own experiences to actually create stories. If you're thinking of stories to tell, look at life, be a keen observer, to life and, gather stories from there. Many filmmakers that we know actually, take long walks or take a bus trip or even sit down at a kopitiam and just look at the people around them. It's not really so much about the genre, but about creating a scenario and creating a character where people can identify with. I mean, it can be as simple as an elevator ride, home, from the ground floor to the 18th floor and what happens in the elevator. And you can actually create a horror movie out of that, or you can create, a comedy out of that. I think if you draw inspiration from life and your own experiences, that's where the best stories come from. I think a lot of filmmakers have to be also very pragmatic to know that you have to use available resources to make your film. You have to be also very aware that, the Singapore industry is very young. While we get entertained by Hollywood, we must also know that, Hollywood is very advanced. When you develop a story, think of things that you can use around you, your locations, your family, your friends, or situations that you have seen. It's actually easier to start off like that than to say that, I want to make a film that is science fiction and I want to build a spaceship. It's doable, but again, it's not very probable that you will be able to do that, immediately. So always have to keep yourself in check. And it's actually more creative to think of things you can do within your resources than to actually reach for the sky. For aspiring screenwriters, you would really need to think simple. Get the story and its characters right and try not to be influenced by Hollywood. A lot of times, and again, it's quite natural for Singaporeans to be very influenced by Hollywood because we watch Hollywood films. But if you are a writer, I think the main thing is what are the stories that you want to tell. We are more excited about telling a story from an individual's point of view than telling a big story from Hollywood. Shooting Gallery Motion Pictures is a small part of a bigger family called Shooting Gallery Asia. We actually are a production house, a one-stop shop production house. So we can actually do photography, we can actually do commercials, we have our own equipment, we even have our own art department, which is Artisan. And the motion picture arm is actually interested to develop content and to actually make films for a wider audience and for a mainstream audience. The motion picture arm is the creative hub, and the rest of the Shooting Gallery family is to support this creative hub. So there is a value chain that Shooting Gallery can actually provide to a filmmaker, because first off, we start off with the idea, we develop it into a content, and then we raise the resources and we use our own resources to make the film, and basically to distribute the film.